little bit of info that I might need to refer back to. Okay, so breathing slower, as we know, is better for us, right? But why? It's like being told to eat greens. It's good for you, but then why? So, as well as the calming effects and the stimulation of the rest and digest part of our nervous system, which obviously lowers blood pressure, and allows for better blood flow, the increase in carbon dioxide is a massive factor. Obviously, breathing slower, which I'm going to give you a little fun fact about later on. But the thing I want to talk about right now is something called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, you might have heard the term like NOS. It's a gas that you wouldn't normally associate with something in the human body, but was once thought to be poisonous. But in, I think it's 1988, there was a Nobel Prize awarded for its discovery in the body as a signaling molecule in the respiratory and the immune system. So, as well as me banging on about CO2 because I love it so much, nitric oxide is like CO2's tag team partner. So imagine like a WWF situation, or WWE, sorry. And carbon dioxide's like, and it goes, oh, tag, bang, nitric oxide's in, it's given a more vasodilation. Nitric oxide is one of the main components for vasodilation. And some athletes actually use beetroot juice as a pre-workout, because beetroot juice is very high in nitric oxide. So if you want to get more blood to your muscles or any part of your body that you want to have more blood flow to, then you can either breathe in a certain way, or you can take beetroot juice or some other type of stimulant which increases vasodilation. So the immune system trigger from nitric oxide comes from a molecule within it which stimulates the immune system and kicks it into gear. So as well as this nitric oxide being a little signal for the veins to open, it's also a signal for the immune system to kick in, right? Which is dope. And in some, I think I don't know whether the research is still happening now, but I heard it was a few weeks ago, a guy called Patrick McEwen, who wrote a book called The Oxygen Advantage. He was doing a Zoom, and he mentioned that nitric oxide was being used as a potent cure for COVID, because in the presence of nitric oxide, the COVID virus on a petri dish just stops growing. So it's actually being used. People are inhaling large amounts of nitric oxide to reverse or combat or stop the onset or the growth of COVID, which is pretty cool. So where do we get this wondrous thing from? How do we get more of this nitric oxide for vasodilation and for the immune system? We get it, it's in our paranasal sinuses. So there's 4, people get sinusitis, right? You might feel it like here, 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 and like sometimes like in your teeth or somewhere around there. So there's 4 sinus cavities, and your paranasal sinuses, the paranasal, all the sinuses around your nose, hold in it this nitric oxide, the molecule for nitric oxide. So the slower we breathe in, the more we take this down. So imagine the analogy that sort of came to mind is, imagine you're running through like a small bush. The quicker you run through it, the less leaves you're going to have on you, right? And you get at the end, you might have a few, pick out some leaves. But the slower you go through it, the more stuff you're going to have on you. Imagine it's like, what's that, rapeseed oil or something else like that. There's that dust on you. You're going to get more of it the slower you go through it. So picture your breath. The slower it goes through the paranasal sinuses, the more nitric oxide it accumulates. So once it goes past here, taking in all that nitric oxide, goes down into your lungs, and then it exchanges and goes into the bloodstream. So the more nitric oxide, for us to get more nitric oxide, we need to breathe slower. Another really great thing is, and this is what the Western world has just started to catch up with, the Eastern way of meditating and being and spending in silence and introspection. They hum, don't they? They whatever note it may be. I'm just doing it in key with whatever's playing right now. Humming actually increases the stimulation of nitric oxide 15-fold. So it's 15 times more amount of nitric oxide gets into your system when you hum. The vibration of it was almost like shaking the leaves or shaking the plants, so that when you inhale, more is released, more gets taken in by breath, and more goes down. It's so mad how all of these Eastern things are so correct without even knowing that they're correct. They know that they're correct because they've been doing it a long time, but the Western world is just starting to catch up, and it's mad. So yeah, you can either hum or do, the whisper breath. So rather than just inhaling, you can go. So like that sound. It's almost like you're whispering, but you're not saying anything. It's called ocean or whisper breath. Now that stimulates also nitric oxide, but obviously the vibration of that frequency isn't as it doesn't oscillate at the same frequency as humming. That's obviously got a stronger waveform. Um, so yeah, that's what nitric oxide does. So as well as we're stimulating nitric oxide, the slower we breathe in, obviously the whole thing about CO2, the more CO2 you have, the more you can release oxygen. A little fun fact, not the one I'm going to get to, but actually most viruses and bacteria, they metabolize and they grow in an anaerobic environment, so where there's less oxygen. So they tend to grow, if there's less oxygen in an area, viruses and bacteria will just latch on and through. So if you can oxygenate an area, you will literally stop that virus from growing. You will stop that virus from moving, from spreading. So the more we can oxygenate our system, you are literally creating an environment and a habitat where disease can't grow. Bacteria, viruses, this comes down to COVID as well with the nitric oxide. So if you're breathing slower, COVID, for example, or a virus like this will have less of a chance of taking hold of your system because you've got the signal molecules from nitric oxide and you have got an anaerobic environment from breathing slower, increasing carbon dioxide, which increases the oxygen. This is why breathing slower, and in the way that I'm going to say to you guys in a little bit, is really going to help. So, and here is the fun fact. Do you guys know the naked mole rat? Hands up if you guys know what a naked mole rat is. Yep. For those who don't know, it basically looks like it looks like an old penis with teeth, basically. So people who know that can vouch for that. I can see some laughs going on, and that's exactly because they know Wagwan. So great fact about this old penis with teeth is that it lives up to 8 times longer than its constituent or its counterparts that live on land, or above soil. So naked mole rats live deep, really, really deep, and they have no eyes. Well, very little like molecules there to actually work for eyes. Literally evolved perfectly for life underground. Now, underground, there's a really high level of carbon dioxide, right? There's a lower level of oxygen because they're underground. So because of this, their body can tolerate more carbon dioxide, which means that they are constantly vasodilating because that's what carbon dioxide does. And also releasing the oxygen means that they have a better immune system. So for them to live 8 times longer than any other rodent of their size, might get a rat or a mouse that lives 3 years. They can live up to 24 years, these little things. And what else is it? So as well as that, they're actually immune to cancer, which is a weird thing. And I'm not too sure, scientists aren't sure whether that is to do with just them as a species, or whether that is to do with the amount of carbon dioxide they can have. But either way, them breathing slower and them having a higher tolerance of carbon dioxide means that they are more immune to diseases and they live longer. The things that breathe quick, them things, they run out like this. The things that last longer in life in terms of their biological metabolic age are the things that move and breathe slower, i.e. tortoises, blue whales, these type of things. I mean, blue whales are huge, obviously, but tortoise, 250 years. That's some good innings. That's some good time. And they do everything slow. It wins the race. It really does. It wasn't just a fable. That mother was true. So I want to focus today on increasing our inhale to get in as much nitric oxide as possible. So a lot of people inhale quickly. And the inhale becomes so weak. For people to breathe in and make it circular, make it basically, I drew a diagram of a circle today, and I had to draw around a bowl because I'm not very good at drawing circles. But if we can make our inhale and exhale exactly like this. Fill out the whole edges, because a lot of people might breathe. It's so weird because I'm doing it back to front and left to right. Wow, that's a bit mad. Okay, cool. Which way? No, this way. Oh god, right. Let me do it with this hand. That working? Yeah, okay, cool. That's working. Right. So it's like doing my hair in the mirror. You're back to front and chopping off sideburns and all sorts. So when you go around this circle when you're breathing, right? Try and fill out all the way to the edge, because some people, they breathe like when they go around it, they breathe like this, all erratic, all erratic. They might go around the circle of and complete an inhale and an exhale, but I want you to smooth around all of the edges, all of the edges here, right? Go to the full diameter of the circle. And that's the same with anything that you do. That's the same with dancers. When they do a particular move, go all the way to the edge of the movement. That's the most clarity you get. When you come to do gym work, don't skimp out and just drop them, whatever. Just fill out that whole movement. Imagine, draw the movement in your mind and fill out, color in every single angle, because that's the way you're going to get the most clarity. You're going to fill in the weaknesses, and for you to focus on that is also going to take your mind away from whirling around with thoughts about, you know, what you should have bought from Morrison's. Oh, I forgot onions again. Don't worry about that. We're trying to fill in the circle right now. That's what we're doing. So also we can slow our sympathetic response, because an inhale is, if you're scared, right, you go, that's what you do when you're scared. That's it. That inhale is a sympathetic, that's a fight and flight response. So if we can slow this fight and flight response, we'll have more opportunity for us to be calmer. So we're going to slow that down, increase carbon dioxide, increase nitric oxide, make the fight and flight part of our nervous system just shut up and just relax, please. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So for those of you, I think everyone's by themselves. So the first exercise we're going to do is we're going to inhale for a count of 8. And on the exhale, we're going to hum outwards. So I think everyone's muted. So because the harmonies are going to be all over the place. But on the exhale, inhale. You can inhale for 8, exhale for 8. Inhale for 8, exhale for 8. And then in between again, we're going to do the thing where we exhale an extra 20% more, just to really deepen that relaxation, so it's easier for us to extend the inhale. So when you go through this, really focus on the shape. Go around the circle of it. Don't leave any gaps. If you need to, you can whisper breath, because that's it's almost slightly easier than having just a non-whisper breath, because if you, it almost like adds a little cap. You know, if you go to a bowling alley and you chuck something down you're trying to get a strike, and you put those barriers up either side and it can bounce off and still get to the end. That's what whisper breath is essentially. Whereas if you don't have those barriers and your breath isn't controlled, you can end up gutter balling either side. So please feel free to use whisper breath, but if your breath is controlled enough not to use whisper breath, that's totally fine. We're going to get the stimulation on the paranasal sinuses from exhaling anyway, with the humming. So just follow me for these ones. I'll guide you through it. So close your eyes and come into that position that we've come to know and love so well, which is grounding. It's relaxation. Gonna have silence for this one. Just let any tension from your shoulders and your forehead and your eyes, any part of your body, just relax, let it go. We're going to inhale to the count of 8 and exhale with a hum of any note, any choice, for a count of 8. To fill in that circle, focus on the shape and clarity. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Keep them closed. Relax your breath. Just watch your breath. Notice whether it feels softer, when you breathe through your nose and elongate the inhale, you naturally pull the air down into the deepest part of your lungs. And there you're stimulating the rest and digest part of your nervous system. You might start to feel heavier, slightly more grounded. And for the next couple of minutes, on each exhale, let's go again and push another 20 to 30% further. Don't try and push with your abs. Just extend your exhale past where it would naturally finish. And then on the inhale, control the inhale, don't let it spring back. Fill in that circle. Make it complete, make it controlled. With each exhale, deepen your relaxation. With each exhale, ground deeper, more rooted to the floor. For the next exercise, we're going to inhale for 8, exhale for 4, with a hum, and then hold for 4. So inhale for 8, Exhale with a hum for 4, and then hold for 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed. Let your breath return to normal. Notice if your natural inhales and exhales are slower. And then with each exhale, gently start to increase and push past the normal finish point of your natural exhale. And when you do exhale, think down when you push past that normal finish point. And exhale, push down further into the ground. Let the muscles at the side of your body assist in pushing your diaphragm even emptier than it is. Make the inhales and exhales smooth. Like the rise and fall of a tide. Not rushed like waves, scattered like waves, but the fullness of the rising, the wholeness and the rising of the tide and the wholeness and the falling of the tide. Not scattered, full, complete. For our last exercise, we're going to breathe in for 8, hold for 2, exhale for 8, and hold for 2. Humming on the exhale still. So don't rush your inhale, take your time. From start to finish, make it the same intensity. Same with the exhale. So when you're ready, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Let your breath return to normal. With each exhale, relax deeper still. No matter how relaxed you are, you can always go deeper. Fall into the exhale. Push deeper with the exhale. Keep your inhale slow too, at your own pace. Trace the circle of the sun with your breath. Trace the shape of the moon with your breath. Just notice the quality of your breath. At your own pace, at your own tide. This is your time just for you. Self-awareness starts with the breath. Your emotions can be changed with the breath. Thoughts can be slowed with the slowing of the breath. Longevity is increased with the slowing of the breath. More life. More time. Relax deeper. Let go. Relax deeper and let go. You being is more than enough. You being is more than enough. Relax and go deeper. deeper into the breath. Without looking, I want you to feel and confirm to yourself that you have a right hand. You can feel that it's there without even looking. And do the same with your left hand. And do the same with both feet, without moving them, without looking. Make a scan from head to toe. Noticing every part of your body, without looking, without touching, without moving, and just feeling. The aliveness within you, your confirmation of existence. And when you're done, go back to your breath. Another confirmation of your existence. And when you're ready, start to wiggle toes and fingers. Just gently rock your head from side to side. Or if you want to stay just where you are, that's fine too. Breathe slightly deeper. Larger inhale, larger exhale. Stir that life force. That beautiful prana. The very thing that animates our bodies. As our bodies change, the very thing that animates us stays the same. We give life to that through our breath. Whenever you guys want, you can open your eyes and return to this space with all the gifts that you found in the other. Everyone good? Just give me a little thumbs up. Got one, we got two, we got three. Amazing. So yeah, that was it's a different type of breathing with the longer inhale, obviously. Each have their benefits. A longer exhale is obviously good for contracting the diaphragm and increasing that zone of apposition, so we stimulate the rest and digest part of our nervous system more so. The inhale, elongating the inhale, does that also. But obviously not as much. The main benefits from increasing the inhale, like we said, is just to increase immunity. So if you know anyone that's feeling a little sick, or if you know anyone that has had or does have COVID or anything else like that, we need to rehab our breathing. We need to increase the red blood cell count, and we do that by increasing nitric oxide and increasing carbon dioxide by breathing slower. That's it. Just check yourself throughout the day, multiple times throughout the day. Just notice how you're breathing. And you will always benefit from breathing slower. Always benefit. Even during exercise, you'll benefit from breathing slower because you're going to increase the carbon dioxide, vasodilation, more blood flow to the muscles. So at any point, breathing slower. Remember this for all the hippies out there who I haven't said this to before. LSD. Just remember LSD. Light, slow, deep. Light, slow, and deep. If ever you want to check your breath or not too sure how to do it, rather than going through exercises of breathe 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 5, 9, whatever else it is, X, Q, Z, F, just remember light, slow, deep as a basic metric for all breathing to be coherent and proper. Yeah, have you got any questions about the that wasn't meant to be a TED Talk but ended up being a TED Talk beginning part?
I have a question. So the whisper voice. Can you explain a little more about that? Because it sounds very similar to my asthma attacks. So I was trying is it like is that like
Yeah, so just imagine you're whispering and then so almost like it's almost like a whisper but going like, hey, how are
how
you?
did your lungs contract?
Same. Also, all the whisper, the contraction is here. So the lungs are still doing the movement as normal. It's just the only thing that's closing is the muscles of the throat. That's it. So it's not a contraction from here. So imagine if you've got a hose, right, in
Yeah.
your garden, a hose, and your normal breath, that cognac, that normal breath is like going around all over the place, right? Basically, adding the whisper sound puts a cap on the nozzle of the hose and can control it into one area rather than it spraying everywhere. So if you don't have a tendency to have, or if you've got like,
So,
Hmm?
breathing for a straw. That
Yeah, essentially so. Yes, essentially, yeah, it's like a straw. Right, essentially so. Yeah, it literally just caps that. So rather than it just going out everywhere, it's like an internal throat straw. But with the vibration of that, because even if you blew out through a straw, you're not going to get the vibration because you're already bypassing the very things that where the vibration would be. So because that's internal, it's going to stimulate the paranasal sinuses, which is going to increase nitric oxide. Not as much as the humming, obviously, but and I'm not too sure whether one frequency is stimulates it more than the other. You know, when you hear like it's normally quite like low and resonant. I'm not too sure if a would do a similar type thing. Whether it would, I'm unsure about that. I'm gonna dive deep into that, but that's
Yeah,
another.
I think like specifically for that, is a very specific frequency because
Right. Yeah.
it's connecting with the universe. So, but I don't know if the humming in general, if there's any difference to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But
anyway, thank you. You answered my question.
got it. Any other questions from you beautiful people? Hit me. What you got?
I agree with what she was saying. I found it easier to do the hum with the exhale, but when I was doing the whisper um, inhale, I found it more difficult for me. And I also found myself flexing my nostrils. Is there any benefit to that? flexing your nostrils when you inhale?
I mean, you're gonna get a slightly bigger surface area, so you're gonna inhale more, but by like fractions of amount. But yeah, some people with their with the whisper breath doesn't always agree with them. If you've got naturally, if because obviously you sing, so you're gonna have a natural control or different control from a diaphragmatic area. So therefore, a whisper breath wouldn't necessarily enhance your experience with that. So
Okay.
like it's only for people who's like void or who haven't breathed before, haven't used their diaphragmatic muscles before in a way, whether it's like I don't know, professionally or whatever else, that tend to they can't fill in the circle. Their circle will be like jagged. But if you can naturally all the way around and fill in your circle, you're good. If not, put the whisper breath on it, cap it, and do that. So yeah, you're good. You're
Thank
good.
you.
Got you. Any others? Any others? Or are we good? All I can see is like the trees for Michael. I mean, that's beautiful.
This is beautiful. It's incredible. This hummingbird just flew past me.
Nitric
So
oxide.
yeah, it's just incredible. This is a perfect time to have this environment and to have this going on. So man, thank you for guiding the space. Thank you again.
Got you, man. It's all good. It's all good. Um, if you guys get any questions about breathing in between these sessions, by the way, please feel free. Like, but the main thing is, I just want you guys to just watch your breath. That you don't have to become breath masters, but I promise you, like watching and understanding these little tips. If you feel stressed or if you feel like you want to you feel a certain way, feel like you might be getting a bit sick, all these things are, it's not just like hearsay. You can research the papers. I'm just passing on the information, but the crucial thing is I just want you to just to check it, because even by going to check it, you're already undoing the loop of incessant thoughts, the cyclic thoughts that we repeat every single day. Just breaking it. How am I breathing right now? The more you break the cycle, the weaker the cycle gets, the more space there is for new thought. The slower you breathe, the more longevity you're gonna have. That's more time with your kids. That's more time doing the things you love. You're not gonna fall asleep like at stupid o'clock or feel as tired. It's just giving you more time. That's all I want to do. I just want to literally just want to pass on the information so you guys can have more time. That's it. So if there's any questions along the way about anything, please feel free, and I will do my best to answer. Like sharing this is just that's like my only thing. So like please just check your breath. I beg you guys, please, because you're all dope people and the world needs more dope people. Okay? That's what we need. That's what we need. So as long as you guys stay happy and healthy and here for a long time, the world's going to be a better place. There you go. So thank you very much for joining. Unsure what next week's one's going to be, but again, if you want to, you want to do one on a deeper relaxation, or you want a DMT trip. If you guys want a DMT trip, we can trip out. Trust me, I will take you places. It's up to you.
Just wait, just strictly from breath
Yeah,
alone.
yeah, from breath, 100% from breath.
Oh, so you're giving psychedelic experiences from the breath alone.
100%, 100%.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
guys want to
Wow.
indulge on that, I mean, let there be no pregnant people or anybody with any heart conditions. I'll put that disclaimer out there. But if you're good to go, then we're good to go, and let's go. Okay.
Okay. Cool. That's dope.
All right, cool. But other than that, guys, I'll leave you to your evening. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much, Jody, for skiving off work again.
Bless y'all. Have a good one, okay?
Blessings, guys. Catch you in a bit. Bye.